Alright, tonight we are making some buffalo chicken strips in the deep fryer. So we got our deep fryer with our peanut oil already warming up, and then over here we have our Frank's hot sauce. We're using the Red Hot original sauce. We're going to use about 1 cup of it. See there, 1 cup. And then we're going to add it into a medium or a small saucepan or pot, and you're going to do about a half stick of butter. A half cup of butter rather, and just toss it in there and melt it in with the Frank's hot sauce. Alright, so next we're going to take our flour and we are going to put some cayenne pepper in with it. Do a little bit, about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper or less if you don't like it extra with extra heat. We got about a half teaspoon of paprika, or a teaspoon rather, and then about a tablespoon of garlic. I like garlic a lot. You can use less, it's just personal preference really. And then I use about a tablespoon of seasoning salt. Right, so we're also going to be using panko breadcrumbs to crust our chicken with, and that's going to give it the real crunchy, flaky, crusty crust to it when you fry it. So you're just going to coat a small bowl, depending on how much you're making, just enough so you can roll the chicken in it and get it all coated. Alright, so we're going to take 2 eggs and a little bit of heavy cream, just a splash of the heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, you can use milk, just a little bit more, and you're going to whip it until it's nice and creamy looking and heavy and thick. We're going to take a little bit of flour. I use about a half cup of flour to begin with, and then I added the seasonings to it. And then I'm going to toss the chicken strips in the flour and seasoning mixture and get them all coated in the flour and seasoning. And what this is going to do is it's going to make the chicken a little more moist when you fry it, and it's going to add a little more flavor and get a little better crisp to it. So you want to make sure that you work all the flour on the chicken. Make sure the chicken's 100% coated. Alright, and then once our chicken is nice and coated in our flour and seasoning, we are going to take our chicken and throw it in our egg wash, which is the egg and the heavy cream, and you're going to get it all coated up. And what the purpose of that is it's going to make the chicken nice and sticky so that you can roll it in the breadcrumbs. Now what I'm doing here with the flour is I am coating, or I'm putting some on the plate so that after I dip and roll the chicken in the breadcrumbs, I can set it on the plate and it won't stick to the plate or the breadcrumbs won't come off. Move it around in there because the chicken will stay together, and you got to make sure that the egg wash is all over the chicken so you can get breadcrumbs all over it. You're going to go ahead and throw it in the breadcrumbs. I prefer panko for this because it really does make a difference. If you can't find them or if you don't have any on hand, that's fine. It won't make the food taste any different. It'll just make the texture a little bit less crunchy and less flaky. So again, you want to make sure that it's all coated all the way around. You can get as much as the breading onto the chicken so that it's really crispy and comes out way better. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to throw them on the plate to sit, just to move over to the fryer to throw them in one at a time. Alright, so now I got my my fry basket, that's what I call it. We throw it in. I'm just placing them in, and then I'm going to drop them into the fryer after I make sure that they're good and set in and covered and not going to splash any oil out. I prefer peanut oil. You can use peanut or corn oil, either one. I think in this video right now, this is corn oil actually, because it's a little bit cheaper than peanut. I mean, if you don't want to spend the extra money, it's a way better option. It's a low heat oil, so you want to keep it around 325, 375. You don't really want to go over 375 with the oil because it'll start to change flavor, kind of give it a burnt flavor, and it just won't be any good. Peanut oil, I believe you can go a little bit higher though. I'm not sure the exact amount, but I do know that certain oils you only want to go to certain temperatures. So you see I'm just going to drop them in there, move them around, do about 30 seconds to a minute on one side, and then turn it, flip it over, and you'll see it'll be nice and golden brown, and it'll look like a chicken crisp or a chicken tender from a restaurant. Now if you don't have a deep fryer, I suggest you do use a deep fryer because they're awesome. You can use a pan with oil and just flip them. The same thing applies. You're going to do about a minute to 3 minutes on each side, just till it's cooked all the way through and the chicken's firm. When you cut into it, it'll be white all the way through, and it'll be moist, and it should be crunchy on the outside. You'll see here, they look like they're from KFC almost. They're beautifully crispy and perfectly golden brown, perfect color. So now we're going to take our Frank's mixture, the Frank's hot sauce and the butter, and just warm it up because I did it earlier before cooking the chicken. Mix it up just to get all the butter and the Frank's mixed together. And you're going to pour it into a separate bowl, and then you will take that bowl and take all your chicken and toss it into that bowl, and just like you did with coating the chicken with the breadcrumbs and everything, you're going to move them all around, make sure they're all coated and delicious looking, and you get a nice good hot sauce coating on the outside, and they'll look like buffalo chicken strips from your favorite restaurant or bar. Now you can serve this by itself, really, as a snack or as lunch, depends on how much you make, or dinner even. You can serve it with some celery, blue cheese, and ranch traditionally, or you can even, if you have a deep fryer and all this made up, you can fry something else with it. I know this night we even made onion rings, and we even had some shrimp. We made some fried shrimp. It was really good. Or you can serve it with anything that you like to eat with spicy chicken, really. So just making sure it's all coated because I love spicy food. And I love Frank's. If you're not that fond of really hot, spicy foods, you can add a little more butter and a little less Frank's, and that'll offset the heat a little bit. Other than that, you should be good. I'm going to take a little piece here and test it. Let's see how it is. See how it came out? Oh yeah, it was really good. If you make it like this, you'll be really proud. This was actually my first time deep frying, and I was really proud with the way it came out. You can see there it looks real good. Thanks for watching.